Hello and welcome. I'm Raghav, and today I'm going to discuss on how you can switch from manual testing to automation testing. Now, I have got a question on this. I would be really grateful if you could guide me on this query. I'm having 7 years of experience in manual testing, and I want to change job as current salary is very low. I don't have coding knowledge. What will be better for a step for my future? Does performance testing and security testing requires coding knowledge, or should I learn database testing? Now, I have replied to this question, but here I'm going to generalize this for a larger audience, and we are going to discuss how you can switch from manual to automation testing step by step. Now, the very first thing is the state of mind and your mindset. Do not think that automation is like a rocket science or something that will be very difficult for you to learn. Like you can learn any other skill, you can learn automation testing as well. The only thing you need is you have to take out some time and make persistent efforts, and you can learn any tool, any skill, anything in automation testing. So the first thing is you have to make your mindset like this. Now, to start with automation testing and to learn automation testing or to switch into automation testing, the first thing is you should make a list of tools, platforms, or skills that you have to learn. And here you can go with your experience, the tools and platforms or the applications that you have already used. For example, if you have already done manual testing on a web application, then you can see what are the tools and platforms that can test a web application in an automated way, and you can start learning those. So you can make a list of tools and platforms that you can learn. Here, if you want, you can go on my website, that is automationstepbystep.com. And here you will see all these sections. So you can see a UI testing section here, API testing, CI/CD, DevOps, cloud services, mobile testing, performance testing, and then here is a programming section. So you can also look here and decide what tools, what skills, what platforms you have to learn. So you can make a list of like 2 or 3 skills that you can start with. And here, one very important thing is you should always include a object-oriented programming language like Java or Python or C#, etc. Now, today, you will find a lot of automation tools and platforms where you do not have to do a lot of coding. You can do record and playback. However, I will suggest that if you really want to go long way in automation and you want to become a really good automation engineer, you must have some basic knowledge of any object-oriented programming language. So always include a language in your learning. Now, the next thing is always do hands-on when you are learning automation or any tool, any skill, any platform in automation testing. If you are just watching a tutorial and not doing hands-on, you may feel that you are getting everything, but you will never be able to use it, or you will not be able to answer in interview exactly what, how to use it and all the different scenarios. So if you are following any tutorial, any material you are following, always do hands-on with it and create your own automation frameworks. Then when you are learning automation, when you are creating projects, you are creating frameworks, always create a repository. Like you can create an account on GitHub and you get a GitHub repository, and then upload all your projects, all your frameworks, all that you have done in these repositories. Now this will be very, very useful. It will keep all your work safe in a cloud repository. Plus, whenever you have to, you can provide a link to your repository in interviews or in your resume. So that will become very handy. And then the next thing is update your resume. Once you have learned some skills, keep on updating your resume, add the automation tools and skills you have learned, and also add the link to your repository, the project repository where you have all your projects. And this will be very, very useful. It will make a huge difference if you have a link to your projects and your repository in your resume. It will make your chances to get a job or switch in automation testing very good, and it will be very useful for you. Then the next thing you should do is, if you are already working in manual testing team in a company or organization, and if you have an option to switch in automation team in the same organization, always try that option. It will help you a lot before going directly into a new organization, into an automation testing job. It will give you a feel of how automation testing is done in projects, and you will get a good experience of automation testing projects, and then you can plan for a switch. But if that is not a possibility and you have to switch, then you can update your resume and then plan for a switch. And here you can start applying for all the relevant jobs, and you can create your profile on job portals and social networking platforms like LinkedIn. You can do some networking and see where are the job opportunities for you as per your profile. You can also find out the testing organizations and you can directly apply on their website. So after updating your resume based on your experience, based on your skills, you can start applying, and then you can plan for a switch. If you want, you can take a snapshot of this screen and keep it handy with you, so it will always help you and you can follow all these points. And if you have any other question for me for the next episode of Ask Raghav, you can let me know. You can write your question in the comment section below and I will reply to it. I will see you in the next session. Thank you for watching and never stop learning.